Hello fans, and it is time for lacrosse in Tiger Town. The Tiger Lacrosse Report presented by the Green Turtle starts now. Hello again fans, and welcome to the Tiger Lacrosse Report, filmed inside the Green Turtle in Towson. I'm your host, Ben Rosenbaum, and as always, I'm joined by the head coach of the Tigers, Sonia LaMonica. Coach, it's lacrosse time.
It's lacrosse. Season is here. It's winter, so lacrosse is here.
So let's start. You're ranked 11th to start, and I've gotten to know you. I know preseason rankings and just rankings in general don't mean much to you. You just roll the ball out there and you play. Your thoughts, though, with that ranking being 11th in the country?
Yeah, it is what it is. I think there's still preseason rankings don't mean much, do they? I think in a way it's like, all right, we're in the rankings, we're getting some form of respect. In the other light, are we ranked high enough? Well, we have to prove ourselves, as does every other team in the country. So it's always kind of, I guess, fun to see what kind of shuffling occurs. But for us, we feel great about, as we always do, focusing on what's right in front of us. Which is our daily preparation, getting better every day, and being ready to step out and put our best foot forward come Saturday in our first game.
And you mentioned you're going out there, you're working. How have workouts been going? You get a lot of new faces in there, a new team, and getting meshing together.
It's been a really fun year so far. Obviously, it started back in the fall. And then we transitioned into preseason, and now we're into game around the corner. And season always comes really, really fast at the last moment. So I think there's a lot of excitement. Players are always. I remember as a player, you're eager for games to start. Gives us a good sense of how good we truly are, what we need to keep working on in order to reach our goal at the end of the year, to compete and be, at the top of the leaderboard. So I like what I've seen. We've got great leaders in Nittany and Olivia, great captains. The team as a whole, there's just a lot of positive energy, probably the most that I've ever seen in terms of just the vibe, just the vibe that is present. And I think there's just a quiet confidence among the group, but still a hunger and an understanding that they'll have to work hard to earn anything this season.
And with the new players, new additions, I've asked you this question now ever since I started calling games. It's starting back when Nadia Poto and Emily Roth graduated, and then Sam Brookhart graduates, and now Emily Gillingham and Tiana Walfer, who are now on your staff, they've graduated along with Caitlin Montalbano. Those are three major holes, major key players, and you always, without fail, you fill that hole very quickly. So who are the players that we should be looking out for that we maybe didn't hear last year?
Okay, well, I think you'll see Shelby Stack as more of a constant in the midfield. She's shown, she's a junior, and I think that maturity is starting to show just in how she's playing, how hard she's working, and her voice out on the field. So, she'll be in our starting midfield this weekend. And I think another, particularly a new face, is going to be a freshman, Erin Williams, defensively. She's a local product from Hereford High School, and just somebody that, one of those players that is just a tremendous surprise that comes in and just crushes it. She's an outstanding defender, and she's super athletic, and she's tough and strong. So she's earned a role to be out on the field this weekend. So I'm excited to see how she performs. She's been very consistent throughout fall and spring, which has led her to this opportunity, and she's worked really well within the defense. Maddie Dickman would be another face that's seen, obviously time on the field, but she'll have more of an important role this year. And we obviously graduate Tiana Walfer, who was a crucial part of one of our defensive systems. And Maddie at this point in time has proven herself to kind of take the reins on that role. So I'm excited to see how she takes that and rolls with it. And then, on the offensive end of the field, You know, we've got a number of faces, but I'd say one that's sort of emerging right now is Kerry Thornton. We have a lot of leadership back on the attack with Carly and Nat and Caitlin Thornton. But Caitlin's sister Kerry, as another freshman, she's doing some great things and obviously has some game experience, but in a different sport, right?
Played for
Field
EA
hockey.
Jackson in field hockey.
Yeah.
You mentioned the defense. It's hard not to talk about your defense without mentioning Olivia Conti, CAA preseason player of the year. What are you looking at? I mean, preseason accolades, like we said, they're nice. What are you looking, though, from Olivia to be the player of the year at the end of the season, and then also just to raise her game to that next level?
Yeah, look, I think leaders emerge naturally. I think, and as a coach, you're not trying to create leaders. They rise to the occasion. They rise to the top. They become obvious, and Olivia was that. This comes naturally to her. So the manner in which she works with the defense out on the field, the way she helps her teammates, and not just defensively, but the team as a whole. She's really a very somebody that the team feels very comfortable approaching. Right. And she's a sheer competitor. She's somebody that her team can watch and learn just from watching what she does and how she plays, how she carries herself. So those are all things that, you know, I look for from her and that she's been showing day in and day out. But, you know, I think Olivia just has to keep doing what she's been doing.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. I don't think she needs to change up too much.
Right.
You know, she's now in her third season. She's got a lot of experience under her belt. She knows how to play the game, and we just got to let her do what she does, really.
And then quickly before we go, obviously you have a game this weekend at Penn State up in Happy Valley. This game has been a pretty good lacrosse game the last couple of years. Winners last year, you guys obviously 14-13 to kick it off. What's it going to take to start the season off on a right foot with a W?
Yeah, we'll have our work cut out for us, absolutely. We know Penn State is just, they have sheer athletes who are great lacrosse players, who know how to penetrate and get to the cage. So our defensive scheme has got to be sound. We've got to be able to help and shut down those drivers. And, you know, they've obviously had good presence in their midfield. You know, they're just, they compete hard. And it's a great matchup for us, because so do we. You know, I feel that we are geared and ready to step out, as we will need to on Saturday, and to, you know, not back down. We've got to play our game, and we've got to be the aggressors in a way, because I see them playing. That's their style. They like to chase and ride hard. You know, they want to make plays. But again, we're a team that likes to do the same thing, particularly on that defensive end. So I think it's going to be an exciting game. I think it's one fans are going to love to watch, and we're excited to build and grow from this first game. It's going to help set the tone for us for the upcoming season. Yeah.
All right. Well, Coach, thanks for joining us, and looking forward to the season.
Thanks, Ben. Thanks for having me.
And thank you, fans, for joining us for the kickoff of the Tiger Lacrosse Report. For more on your Towson lacrosse team, head over to TowsonTigers.com. For head coach Sonia LaMonica, I'm Ben Rosenbaum. Thanks for joining us, and as always, go Tigers.